Hey, this is Chris Raggi from CBS2 here in New York. You are listening to the Bleed Big Blue podcast. I highly recommend it.
There you go.
What's up to my boys at Bleed Big Blue? Keeping you happy and satisfied.
Hey, this is Joe Ganascoli, Vito from The Sopranos, and you're listening to Bleed Big Blue podcast. Don't touch that dial.
Four hosts, they bout to wreck shit like Marco. Addicted to the Giants like it's Netflix and Narcos. The CEO making big moves as per usual. Captain Negative calling everybody delusional. This podcast is number one. Like when you take a piss, so share the link and pass it. Like Benja making splits and Mr. Make-A-Wish. The sophisticated click. I spit offensive lines, now Tim can take a sip of some beer. Because he likes the taste of it, right? Don't forget the New York Giants beat the Patriots twice. The sickest dudes, eating chips and salsa like it's Victor Cruz. Win or lose, always gonna root for Big Blue. It's true, this a classic show. Tyree, catch it, bro. Play a drinking game while you listen and call it Plaxico. Take a couple shots. If it's funny, you can rewind. To bleed blue means it's in their jeans like Levi's. Eli, man in the shit, just like a sailor. Captain Weak attacking bum rush like Lawrence Taylor. Podcast on point, the sharpest arrows. BBG stay gritty like Mark Bavaro.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Tim.
Oh,
all the time, Tim.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what? I'm just reading the comments and they were making me laugh.
Go ahead. What do we say? Oh no, we suck again?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, we suck again. Judge sucks. You know, pretty much we're all in the worst spot possible.
Yeah, so
you know what?
Ron A, whatever. Judge sucks. Robbie says they need a miracle plan.
You know, the thing is,
Jeff says we're a hot mess.
Exactly. Marco, you know where I was at Sunday. And I was going to be right down the hole with them, but you know what? After I had a couple days to relax, I'm not as pissed as I was. Am I mad that we lost to a backup squad? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's one loss. It's week 3. And I got to remember, we literally didn't have a preseason.
This is true, Tim.
You know, and we're not even close to a veteran team. So, you know what? They got to get their feet under them. And, you know, they're going to get better. The only thing that really pissed me off with that past game is I didn't see improvement from, you know, week 2 to week 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where week 1 to week 2, I was like, okay. I go, but if you think about it, Pittsburgh's undefeated right now.
Right.
And so is Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in both those games. I know Pittsburgh ended up beating us a little bit more at the end, but honestly, if Jones didn't get picked off in the end zone, it's a whole different game if we actually got in the end zone. And, you know, obviously the Chicago game came down to one play, and we could have been in. San Francisco game, obviously, there's no excuse for it. And it was a horrible game, but it's only week 3.
All right. So the positive spin, it's only week 3. We're one game out.
Yeah.
Those are the only positive spins.
And that's the other thing is, as bad as we have played, the NFC East has pretty much looked about the same.
It's actually true. But in reality, Tim.
Yes.
There's not 2 wins on this roster going forward.
I can't just... Well, let's put it this way. If San Francisco can do that to us,
mm-hmm.
Why can't we pull that off a few times, you know, this year?
We should just put our practice squad guys in, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I thought they're in already. Let's say, okay, I'm not even saying this week because Rams are going to be a tough game.
Yeah, we're probably going to get shellacked. Let me move that mic. Let me move the mic over.
But you know what? You give it a couple weeks. Devontae Freeman actually gets in game shape. You know, so we have maybe some semblance of a running game, so we stop being so damn predictable. You know what? Maybe we can start getting our roll because I should not have went on Twitter after the game, but I did. Daniel Jones is not as bad as everybody says he is. It's just he needs help from other people. Even on the fumble, Evan Ingram, catch the damn ball. I know it's a bad pitch, but guess what? You're a receiver. That's your job. It's still hitting you in the hands.
Tim, come on.
I'm not. I'm trying to stay out of the complete dark side.
Come to the dark side, Tim. Come in. Come in, Tim.
That's exactly. I'm trying to stop myself. So I watched Twitter, and the overreaction from our fan base is ridiculous. And I know it's been a horrible 3 years. You know what? I'll even stop defending Gettleman. I'm not even worried about Gettleman. He gets fired this year, whatever. I don't think he's going to get fired. I think he's going to retire and, just moves on probably to Abrams.
Right. I did a poll on Twitter, your favorite, and
awesome.
It was like Dave Gettleman fired. I think they said mid-season, fired at the end of the season, or not fired or retire, or something along that line. It was split 50-50 between fired mid-season or at the end of the season. I think it was actually like 40-40-10.
Marco, you know the Giants. We are not firing mid-season.
I mid-season, no. End of the season, maybe.
Yep.
The correct move, as I've always stated, is you fire the GM and you fire the coach at the same time. They've made that mistake twice now.
Well, I don't think it's fair to judge.
I know, but that's
they'll fire both.
That's on them.
Yeah.
When you're hiring it lopsidedly, that's on you. If you're gonna let Reese go,
yeah,
you gotta. If you're gonna let Coughlin go, you gotta let Reese go along. If you're gonna let McAdoo or Shermer go, you had to let Gettleman go.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fair to the new GM, but who you bring in is got to be on board with Judge. Then I guess.
Right. This is where they're gonna make their mistake again.
Stay in house.
They're gonna stay in house. It's gonna be in the Abrams, and you can mark it down on this date.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about it because everybody's gets up in arms, like, because I'm against it the whole time. Something's gonna change. I just deal with the Giants what they give me. You know what? It's nothing I can do about it. I don't have control, and I like to think they know more than I do.
So I would like to think that, but the past few times, I think I might have one up on them.
But who's one of the guys we wanted instead of Gettleman? Riddick. Am I pretty much correct with that, Louis Riddick?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? You Saquon haters. He's already on record of saying he would have went Saquon with number 2.
He didn't say number 2. He said he would have drafted Saquon. He didn't say number 2.
Oh, you're getting a little now.
The wise man would have dropped down and taken a great player in Saquon Barkley at 5.
I don't think he would have got to 5.
He would have definitely got to 5.
I think Cleveland would have took him at 4.
Tim, we went over this all the time. No,
yeah.
He would have been there at 5.
If he was, he was. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. It's all hearsay. It's just all these people that I can't believe we did not trade up, 13 spots to get Mahomes. Oh, I'm sorry we didn't pull a ridiculous trade for Mahomes, which if everybody thought Mahomes was going to be Mahomes, he would have went number 1. And he wouldn't have went, what do you go, 11 or 13 or something like that. So, all those people, relax. Because Ben McAdoo said he wanted to trade for Mahomes. Ben McAdoo didn't like Eli. That's the way it was.
He didn't like that Eli. The Eli that he got was didn't have quick feet.
He wanted someone to run the ball, but who, pretty much put up your hands, guys, if you looked Ben McAdoo as your offensive coordinator. Well, actually, I'll tell you back. He was better as offensive coordinator as a head coach. Was he a good head coach? No.
DARCE. Why can't the Giants get a GM in waiting from the Ravens, Steelers, 49ers? What's up with your boy on the Patriots, Nick Casserole?
Also, we're gonna keep stealing from the Patriots. I mean,
seems like that's the plan.
Well, then I think if that was the case, honestly, he would be on board with the Judge, wouldn't he?
Casserole. I love calling Casserole, by the way.
Yeah. Nick Casserelli, that's his name, right?
Right.
And so
and
he'd be on board with Judge. Okay.
And the guy from Tennessee is mixed up in that, right? The assistant GM or something from Tennessee is rumored to come to the Giants after all this.
Hey, if that's the case.
That's all hearsay, though.
Actually, we can get... Who was the GM that Cleveland got? The old guy.
Oh, John...
Dorsey, right?
Dorsey, yeah.
Well, that's exactly who Giants wanted. That's why Cleveland signed him so quick. So technically, they can go out and get him.
Yeah, and he traded for great players like Odell. Yeah. So we're going to go Odell back?
Let's think about this. Let's say... we never traded Odell.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me our offense won't look 10 times better with Odell and a Saquon on the same team?
Yeah, it would.
I don't, and all the people that hated on Odell, and granted, Odell hasn't shown anything at this point to be worth the money that he's getting paid.
See, I don't think the problem is our skill positions. I think
wide receiver is definitely a problem right now because there is nobody that can get separation.
They can't get separation because the quarterback doesn't have time to
play
to develop.
That, and you have no running game. So, they're just teeing off. They're like, oh, it's past first down. They already tried to run. We're just going to pin our ears back and go after them. And that's a problem that was happening pre-Saquon because we had no running game. If you guys all remember that, because please tell me who was starting running back before Saquon. I can't even think of it right now.
Rashad Jennings, 2 points, Marco. There we go.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So Rashad Jennings, who's out of the league.
Pro Bowler. No, he wasn't, right?
No, that was us. I think he was when he was a Raider. It'd be the year before he got to us. But Rashad Jennings was our starting running back.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had no semblance of running game, which killed us.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is what it is. I think, honestly, thinking back on it and looking at the quarterbacks the way they're playing now, well, first of all, we were dead wrong on Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's actually probably one of the best ones of them. Lamar showed exactly why he didn't go in the top this past week. Well, I'm not saying Lamar's
taking one awesome game.
Well, hey, that's why everybody did. It's 3 games. Daniel Jones is going to be playing his 16th game this week. Oh, he'll play his first full season this week, and everybody's already made judgments on him. Now, Lamar, I'm not saying Lamar's not good because he's amazing, but his passing was the reason he went down in the draft. And an NFL quarterback with his skills only passing for, did he even get to 100 yards this past week? I mean,
I'm not sure.
That's tough. I mean, and Daniel Jones is running for his life too. And he's getting the ball off, but we need people who can make plays. Our matchup nightmare doesn't do anything. Evan Ingram, he's not doing anything. And I don't understand why we're playing this 2 to 3 tight end system and not using the tight ends in the passing game.
Yeah, it's an obvious tell. Why don't we try? Let's see if anyone wants to join in I'll leave the link. You're more than welcome to join in. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Draft producer.
If you don't want to go on cam, it's okay. You can block your face and it'll show up as just a normal call-in.
Actually, that'd probably be better if you did that anyway. Because I think it's as far as streaming wise.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
As far as 3 years to get them in drafts, I mean, that's the thing, guys. Everybody's complaining, okay, Gettleman's done this. He tore down this roster, let's be honest, we were above 500 roster. One Gettleman guy here. We're above 500. We had a lot of high-priced contracts like Jenkins, Harrison, all these guys. And he had to clear all in JPP. And so we had to clear all these contracts out, which he did. He gave Odell his contract, which, that was fan base wanted that, which I wanted, to be honest with you. I wish Odell was still on the team. And but he wasn't working out in the locker room. They moved him. Did what he had to do. And actually, I like Peppers instead of Collins. Granted, he's not, of course he's hurt. But you guys got to think of the injuries right now. Let's say if McKinney actually played, you don't think the secondary would be better? If McKinney got to play with whatever, Love and Peppers. That'd be a huge, upgrade. And that would actually, we could probably put Love at a corner spot, which would help us out.
You would hope so.
Yes. That's in theory. It's on paper. I know it's hypothetical.
All right. From Dice, who do you think should start this week, Fleming or Pert? I think I'm done with Fleming already.
Yeah. I mean, the way I look at it, if it's even close, which from what they said in the training camp, Pert was playing amazing. Put Pert in, let him learn. Nothing. Give this young line growing up together. I don't see what the problem would be.
Which one do you want?
We can take the next one. Whatever.
Boom. What are your thoughts on Jason? Seems a little vanilla at the moment, no?
Yeah, I'm not impressed. I mean, at this point, you see the running game's not working. What are you doing to change it up? You have to have some semblance of running game in this NFL, or you're not going to win, or you're not going to have many wins. It's too predictable. These NFL defenses are too smart. If they know they don't even have to worry about the run, what do you think? Daniel Jones getting picked off more?
Hold on, I'm sending a message out. All right. So what was that? What do I think about Daniel Jones getting picked off?
No, I was saying, now that Daniel Jones, he's getting picked off more because he has no running game, and defenses can literally watch it. Know he's going to throw, so their defensive backs are going to be trying. And no running game. Guess what? This pass rushers is a lot easier when you don't have to worry about a running game happening.
Yeah, no, they're teeing off on them because there's no respect for the run game. Can't play action because who's going to bite on a 2-yard run? Give them the 2 yards either way. Yeah, it's a sad seat. And I don't see any X. I think they have to fire Gettleman no matter how it boils out.
Yeah, I'm fine. At this point, I'm over. I like the way Gettleman drafts, and I still do. But
how many defensive tackles are we going to take, and we can't even stop the run?
Well, you can't stop the run.
We let a practice squad player run all over us last week.
Very true. I don't know what's going on with the defensive line. I don't know. But let's put it this way: do you think Tomlinson's a good player?
Yes.
Do you think B.J. Hill's a good player?
He's average. He's an NFL player.
Leonard Williams.
I think he's a good player. I don't think he is worth what he's getting.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. But I just want to put it out this way. If I'm correct, he's got 2 sacks in 3 games. So all those people that want to say he's going to have no sacks, there you go.
I saw a stat that he is like an average of like 4 yards away from the quarterback at all times. I think that was a PFF one.
Yeah. I personally think we should go back to the 4-3.
Yeah, I like 4-3 better than 3-4.
I always have. And it doesn't make sense with the defensive line and people we have. You should just go for defensive linemen. That's where most of our talent is. And we could actually have a rotation. Just keep throwing them in there.
Brian Doherty, who do we hire? Riddick or Abrams?
Well,
do you actually see the Riddick thing happening?
He's in money. I don't even think money-wise. I think he's making more money now.
More money at ESPN, right?
Yeah, he's money. Monday Night Football. As long as he stays on Monday Night Football. Abrams is probably the choice because we know our Giants. We know what they like.
Yeah, they're not. It's going to be Abrams. They're going to keep it in house. It's going to be the same mistake again. You're going to have offsetting GMs, and well, maybe it'll be okay because he was in house when they did hire Joe Judge.
Yeah, Abrams been there since Jerry Reese, which that doesn't really help him out either.
Would you bring back Jerry Reese? How about that question?
No.
Oh my God! Damn.
Because listen, all you Jerry Reese fans, and I'm not saying he didn't do anything good, but out of all his drafts, how many people stayed on the team? And that's the reason we have no depth.
All right. Oh, here we go. Here's Pest. Ready?
Yep.
Let's bring him on. What's up, brother? How are you?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Good,
good, man. Be good.
I'm working overtime tonight, man. I just got finished with a couple of different things, man. But hey, I'm
you're all set to go.
You got way more energy than I got.
Listen, this is me all the time. I just try to be energetic and positive and happy, even though I'm not positive and or happy about this team. But it is what it is, man. That's just the way it goes.
There you go.
We were just discussing the whole GM situation, and I asked him, would he bring Jerry Reese back?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Just out of the blue, I was like, would you bring Jerry Reese back?
No. No. Okay, wait a minute. I just need to know. Like, what are the rules, right? Because I don't want to get you guys like demonetized or nothing. But I got a foul mouth, okay? And I cannot have a foul mouth. I could not have a foul mouth if you guys want me to, or I could just be the absolute honest, open pesty analyst. What you want?
Just give me the honest and open. I'm not worried about
no. Fuck no, we're not bringing Jerry Reese back. Absolutely not.
I'm not saying we are going to bring him back. I'm just saying the idea.
No. Please, God, no.
You didn't respect him as a GM.
I didn't respect. Okay, what I didn't respect was his approach to building a team. Because I got to give you guys some background on me, okay? Sure. I am a defensive tackle by trade. I am a defensive line coach, and I'm also a defensive coordinator. Even though right now I'm not actively coaching, but I'm a football coach. I coach football. I am all about building a team from the inside out. Everything starts with the trenches. I know that it's a passing league, and I know that. You got to have 16 guys who can run a 4-2, on the boundaries. I get that, but you still have to have your trenches established if you're going to win football games. It's important to have a sturdy O-line. It's important to have a good defensive line, okay? and then you build around that. So I didn't like the fact that Jerry Reese was all about getting skill position after skill position after skill position, and now we're dealing with the Evan Ingram problem. Like we're dealing with the Evan Ingram problem, and at the time we didn't need an Evan Ingram. There were other players that could, and I don't like to dwell on the past, right? I'm not that guy. What happened yesterday is done, and we move forward. But he's on our team today, so I have to talk about the fact that he is our reminder of why Jerry Reese shouldn't be here, because we'd have a whole lot of skill position players and terrible linemen. I mean, that's just the truth.
But you don't think Jerry Reese stacked a deck with defensive line? You don't think that was a strength of his?
I like what he did from a defensive line standpoint, but I mean, like, that's all well and fine, right? Defense wins championships, but you ain't winning no championships if you ain't scoring no points. I mean, isn't that the point of the game? Is to get the football in that area at the ends of the.
I think so.
We can't do that. We haven't been able to do that for a long time.
Yeah, but that's the circle right there. Usually, to get the ball in the end zone, you got to take some skill players.
Okay, and I'm not anti-skill player. Please don't think that I'm anti-skill player. But like we can have all the skill players in the world. If our quarterback only has a second and a half to throw the ball, they might as well be on the bench sipping Gatorade. I mean,
yeah, I know.
They pretty much are.
Yeah, last week they were.
You guys are going to get an Otis the Goat sighting because my dog decided he wanted to bust in my room.
There you go.
There he is. Cool. I don't know. It's a sad state. I can't take people talking about tanking. That drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's not. This is not NBA. This is NFL. You don't tank.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna build a winning culture, you got to win eventually, and you got to show the effort. Yeah,
no. I am not a tank talk guy. I never talk about tanking. Built different, okay? Tanking not in my DNA. I want to win football games. I don't care about draft picks right now. I mean, we can talk about draft picks in November, which we're going to be talking about draft picks in November. Okay, like we're going to be talking about our draft position in November because we will not be playing meaningful football in November. It's just not going to happen. But right now,
what happened to keep being positive and keeping hope alive?
Listen, there's a difference. There's a difference between being positive and being fake. Okay. My positive right now for the New York Football Giants is I want to see the young players improve so that we can say, okay, these are the guys we can build around. From the very beginning of my channel, I've been talking about the fact that wins and losses are irrelevant right now. And I know we're all fans and we all want to see our team win, but wins and losses are irrelevant. Okay, what's relevant is finding the foundation of this team so we can build upon it. I get it. We've done a crap-ass job of building a foundation for this team over the last decade, and it sucks, and I hate it. And I can't wait to be able to walk around with all of this New York Giants gear that I own because I own entirely too much of it. All right, but I can't wait to walk around with it proudly. I don't know who was in my stream earlier today. Okay, cool. I was saying this used to mean something. Like when you walked around with this, people used to be like, "Oh yeah, they're good." When people knew that they were getting ready to face this team, they knew they were getting ready to be in for a slobber knocker. And now we're a joke. Like we're a joke, and I hate it. All I care about is let's focus on how can we build this team the appropriate way and move on from there. And if there's a different person making those decisions, I won't be mad about it. But we got to figure out what we got right now. We just got to figure out what we got.
Yeah, I'm all for listen, I can't see 3 wins from the remaining roster. Let's let all these young guys play. Put Purd in there. Let's see what we got at a center. Let's let it rip. See what happens. Start looking for other practice squad players. Pick them up. This season is pretty much It's done already. Once you hit the quarter mark and you don't have a win.
Yeah, well, we got to find out who the leaders are on this team. You know, who's the ones that are getting pissed off in the locker room because we haven't got a win yet.
Yeah.
Who's the ones setting up the meeting to be like, hey, something's got to change. That's what I want to see this season. I'm right with you. I want to see improvement. I'm not expecting a playoffs or any of that stuff. I just want to see improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
all the discipline that Joe Judge preached. And let's see it. Let's see all the accountability take over.
Oh my God, Joe Judge, man. Joe Judge is an interesting beast. Because when I listen to Joe Judge talk, right, he makes me listen. Like when Joe Judge talks, I stop what I'm doing and I listen. I want to know. I want to hear what this man has to say. But then when I see what we've seen for the past 3 weeks, I'm just like, okay, I got to remind myself, man, this dude is new at this. I told a story, and maybe you heard it, Marco, about the first time I coached. My team sucked. My first year on a coaching staff, my team sucked, and this right now reminds me of that. It was rough, man. It was difficult to get the team. It was difficult to get everybody on the same page in terms of what we wanted to do, and it took an entire season and an off season before we started gelling. So I have to remind myself, you know what? Joe Judge talks like he's coached for 30 years, but he's only coached 3 games. So it's weird. It's very weird, but I'm reserving my judgment on Joe Judge right now.
Honestly,
even though I want to flip the table on this guy.
people might hate me for this, but he reminds me of Ben McAdoo, especially with the coach talk.
Really?
Only complimentary to his players, pretty much. Always isn't going to give you an answer that he's going to get back to you. He's going to check the tape. The same cliches.
Well, Ben McAdoo was throwing Eli under the bus every week. Wasn't Ben McAdoo throwing Eli under the bus every week?
He was.
At the end, he was like, "Yeah, he needs quick feet and all the other stuff." But those are rare moments.
But the thing is, I don't think the players liked Ben McAdoo. It seems like they like Judge.
Yeah, no, he lost the team with the whole DRC suspending one corner and not the other, and everyone started. That's where it went downhill for him.
See, here's I can't necessarily agree with that, and here's why I can't agree with that, because coach talk is coach talk is coach talk. Okay, you don't want to be a new coach and be telling people that your players suck, because that's a surefire way to lose the players. And see, being a coach is rough, man. I coached at a semi-pro level. Yeah, I'll show. I always like to flash my credentials.
Put it up to the cam.
So I coach at a semi-pro level. This is my prize. This is my number 2 prize possession, because my number 1 prize possession is is a autographed picture of Eli Manning winning his first Super Bowl. But like, being a coach is difficult, man, especially when you're coaching adults. Because when you're coaching adults, right, adults do what they want to do. It's not like kids where you kind of have a grasp on them a little bit more. You can control them a little bit more than when you're coaching adults. So, like, I know we hate hearing I got to check the tape. I know we hate hearing that. But that's a true statement. I got to check the tape. Whenever I always do my preview of the game. And then after the game is done, I will do my initial reaction, and that's just my how I feel emotionally. And then I have to watch the game a second time. So I record all the games because I've got Sunday Ticket. I've got all the games. So I always record the game, and then I'll watch the game a second time. And when I'm watching the game a second time, like, I'm rewinding a lot. I'm like really focusing on what's happening so that I can try to give a good breakdown from a coach's perspective. So that I have to check the tapes. It's not a lie. That's a real thing. You really have to go back and look and watch. You have to watch one play like 10 times. What happened on this play? I know we hate hearing it. I know and I know why it reminds you of McAdoo. But that's actually a true statement. You really do have to watch the tape.
No, I understand. For some plays, you might not see the nuances if you're not, that doesn't happen. But on obvious play, when a guy's getting beat, and you know why he's getting beat, and you expected him to get beat.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah,
it must be difficult to get creative in the speech, and how you present it. But
yeah, I mean, we might get to a point where Joe Judge starts calling people out. We might get to that point. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of when's the last time like Belichick or Nick Saban called out one of their players, because we've got to also realize that he comes from that school of thought.
Yeah.
And I don't ever remember. I mean, first of all, Belichick gives you absolutely nothing every week. You're not going to get anything from him.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for Judge, though. I want to see Judge not necessarily call out the players. Do whatever. I believe keep everything in house. Don't let everybody outside be watching. But I want to see Judge start benching people. You're not playing right. Guess what? Go sit on the bench. Belichick would do it.
Yes.
Saban do it.
Yes. Because listen, Yadam, he needs to be on the bench. I'm done with Evan Ingram. He can be on the bench too. He's got to go out of here. And Jason Garrett, he can sit on the bench too. He can go sit on the bench too, man.
And that's one thing I think Judge needs to sit Garrett down and be like, listen, I know Garrett. Judge has said he's hands off. He's just, as far as defense and offense, he's not touching it. Let these coordinators do their jobs. But he's got to be sitting down with Jason and be like, listen, you need to start making some adjustments, or you can, hit the bricks.
But Tim, what is the talent that he has? You can't sit a guy down if the guy behind him is trash anyway.
Well, as simple as this, then get creative. Don't sit there and just run the same offense if it's not working.
I have an answer. And I'm gonna reference one play from last week. And I was actually just talking with somebody else about this specific play. So the toss play fumble. Why in the hell are we running that play with Evan Ingram? Why are we not running that play with someone like Darius Slayton? Just simple things like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Why are we running that play with Evan Ingram? We should be running a play like that with Darius Slayton or a speedster. Okay? Why is Darius Slayton lined up on the back side of the play as opposed to the front side of the play? Because he should be Daniel Jones's number one option. Because him and Daniel have a chemistry. Why are we not doing that? Like there are certain things like, no, he does not have a lot to work with, but get creative with what you have to work with. Because I do remember Joe Judge saying, "Don't tell me what a player can't do. Tell me what he can do." Well, I know that Darius Slayton can run past damn near everybody. I know that Darius Slayton has got good hips and good feet. So get the ball in his hand, because he's probably one of our better players out there on the field. That's not saying a whole lot, right? Because I don't think Darius Slayton is a number one, but geez, get this kid the ball. Put him on the front side so that he's Daniel Jones' number one read, as opposed to putting him on the backside so that he's not Daniel Jones' number four read. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm looking at Jason Garrett and I'm saying, bro, what are you doing right now? That's just kind of the way I feel. If he can't do better, he don't need to be here.
I agree.
I don't know. This team is a mess, and I hate that we're in rebuild 3.0.
I'm
again.
I totally agree. There's no reason.
Again, and and it's just so frustrating, man, because like this team could have been better by now. So it does make you. I can understand why people look back and ask, why did we do these things 2 years ago or last year? I can understand.
We're young guys. I mean, it's simple as you were talking about coaching adults. This team is.
Then the other thing I was thinking is that compared to Saquon's rookie year, this offensive line is worse.
and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. This offensive line is built to run block. Why can't they run block? I can't understand. I can't fathom it.
All right.
It's freezing up on you. Tim's all frozen over there in the corner.
Yeah, a little bit. We can't hear you, Tim. You know what?
Yeah,
I saw a comment where it said it starts at the top, and you know what? It does. It 100% starts at the top, and you know your guys' kind of.
They're pulling way too many traps,
and we lost them all the way. You know, one of your counterparts had said something. It's one of the few things that I agree with because me and this guy seem to
James
seems to butt heads on Twitter all the time, and you know that's fine. But he said that we need to bring in an outside. He said that we need to bring in an outside.
Outside mind.
Yeah, an outside mind to come here and just like look at this and figure out what we're doing wrong. That is better. And you know what? James is right. Like that's one of the few times where I'm going to agree with him. All right. I've had to just stop arguing with him on Twitter. I just stop arguing with him on Twitter. And
you know he feeds on that. That's his his lifeline.
Listen, I know. And I said I'm giving him gas and I'm gonna stop giving it to him. But listen, I love that guy, man. I love the fact that like you know that he's passionate about this team. You know that he's not just angry for no reason. He's not angry for Right. I mean, maybe he is angry for no reason. I don't know. It is what it is. But because the only time I have interaction with him is when he's talking about the Giants and he's just angry for
no reason.
I'm flipping the table. But I mean, like, but listen, that's something that I do agree with him on. Okay, I agree with the fact that that we need to bring an outside mind in here to come take a look. And you know what? By the way, because I know what you're going to see this. I know you're going to see this championships in real life. All right, not just on Madden. You're not going to give me shit because I play Madden. Goddamn it, I win championships in real life. Multiple championships.
That's where it started, right? He told you to go play Madden, right?
Yeah, I was like, bitch, you know how much I know about football? But that's all good, man. Because listen, I'm that guy too, man. I like to talk a lot of smack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't ever get offended if I talk shit to you guys on Twitter. If I talk shit to you, it means that I like you. It's when I don't say nothing to you that you should be concerned. That's the kind of guy I am. But my wife and I have an interesting dynamic. If you like listen to us, you think we hate each other because all we do is talk shit. That's all we do. But I mean, we need to get somebody to come in here that's not a part of this organization and just like look and see what are we doing. We need a system design and analysis person to come in and look at this organization because whatever the hell we've been doing for the last 10 years is wrong, 100% wrong. And that's why we are where we are right now. And everybody is just sad and angry and drinking entirely too much.
I hear you. I'm trying to check the Lakers score. I was down. I left and they were down by 13. They seem to be 87-55, 6:04 left in the third. Lakers are up. There we go.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win the whole thing. They're gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be a 6-game series, probably.
That's easy money.
5-6-game series.
Yeah, that Lakers game. That Lakers series is easy money. The Lakers are winning that bad boy. That's just what's gonna happen. You ain't stopping LeBron right now. You're just not. COVID or not, he's gonna kill it.
Why has ownership been so? I think he wants to say quiet. They usually don't come out.
No, they don't. They don't come out and say anything, and neither does Gettleman, which it really frustrates me that he doesn't say anything.
And last year, in his critique, he said he was going to come out more frequently, and he let Pat Shurmur he led him to the Wolves last time. He wasn't going to do that this year. Gone. 3 weeks in, gone.
Hey, Gettleman, I need you to step up to the front of the congregation and tell us what the hell you're doing, bro. Like, what is going on here?
He has. He what is he going to
This is
say?
Miami.
Maybe he says, you know what, I suck, and then we can all go, well, at least we can agree on something, Dave. Yeah, you suck right now. And here's the thing: I don't think Gettleman is necessarily a bad GM. I just think that maybe this isn't what he needs to be doing anymore. I don't.
Miami has to win the one.
Tim.
I don't even know what Tim just said.
Tim's on a delay.
I think it sounds like Tim's been drinking too much, which I understand because we're all Giants fans and we're miserable, so maybe we're doing a lot of drinking. Listen, I love Dave Gettleman from a drafting standpoint. All right, I love some of the things he does in the draft, except for DeAndre Baker. I didn't really like that. I wasn't really happy with Daniel Jones.
I liked Baker as a player. I thought was good. He was good in college. I thought it made sense for them to move up. I didn't know he was sleeping in. I didn't know about all the other stuff.
Yeah, I was. When I saw, because I didn't actually see that pick, man. I was so depressed by the fact that we picked Daniel Jones. That like I kind of hung around for the 17th pick to see who we got, and then I turned the draft off and I went to bed. I woke up the next day and I saw that we had traded up to get DeAndre Baker, and I said, why in the hell would we do that? Like, why in the hell would we trade up to get a corner right now? That's not what we need. We need other things than that. So I wasn't super happy with that pick. But I have been happy overall with Gettleman and most of his picks. Okay, I also thought that Saquon at 2 was not the correct move. I thought that we should either get Quentin Nelson or trade down. But I was not unhappy about Saquon. I was like, oh my God, Saquon is a monster and he's going to be on our team. Bro, if we can build around this, and we could have something with this kid. But like, as it stands right now, I can't say I'm happy with Dave Gettleman. I can't say that I am.
I don't know how he's just going to justify keeping his job. Giving away how many third-round picks?
Oh, I like Leonard Williams. I didn't like the trade. I like Leonard Williams. I didn't like the trade, but I love Leonard Williams. I love
Leonard Williams. Love Leonard Williams is a good player. He's not a franchise. He's not a franchise player.
No.
You shouldn't have traded for him, and then be unable to sign him, and then you have to tag him. Like,
the execution was bad.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
The execution was bad.
He's like a clown.
I will not disagree with you that the execution was bad. It was bad execution. But I like the player. And
yeah,
listen,
you could have got him in free agency.
And I'm listen, because I have defended Dave Gettleman several times on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I have defended Dave Gettleman several times on Twitter. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I have defended him, so I'm not going to sit here and seem like I'm a flip flopper.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I approach this is this: I will support you until I can no longer support you.
What are you doing?
And I am at the point where I can no longer, like, if Dave Gettleman does not stay our general manager after this season, I can't sit here and be like, this is bullshit. I'm going to be like, it makes sense, man. He got a lot of opportunity and he didn't get the job done. If you're not good at your job, you're not going to keep your job. I'm not a person that advocates for people losing their jobs, because I know we all have a family to feed. But, like, if you're bad at your job and you lose your job because you're bad at your job, then that's just kind of what happens. So that's where I'm at right now with Dave Gettleman. I can't defend him anymore.
So as it stands right now, if we are looking at a high pick, the number 1 pick, are you pulling the card? Are you going Trevor Lawrence?
No, I can't answer that question right now.
Because you don't know about Daniel Jones, or it's just too out there for you.
I don't know about Daniel Jones. He hasn't even played 16 games yet. So, like, let me see what else we get from Daniel Jones, and we'll let the chips fall where they may. It's too early. It's also too early for me to be talking about draft.
Mhm.
It's way too early. We are in the last day of September. Okay, we're getting ready to go into week 4. Okay, week 4 starts tomorrow.
Mhm.
I cannot talk about who we're drafting, where we're drafting, what we're drafting until I can see where we need the most help. Okay, I don't want to be drafting for need, but if we have to draft for need, we will. Let me see what we have in Daniel Jones first. Let's not throw this kid away right now. Okay, if we need to get another quarterback because he's not the guy, then so be it. Because right now I'm not married to a single player on this team, and I'm gonna tell this right now for your audience. Don't be married to a single player on this team. Don't get attached to nobody because they all could be gone. I'm not attached to a single player. I made a mistake and I got attached to Ryan Connolly. We got rid of him. It hurt my heart. And then I realized, oh, you know what? He's not even playing right now. So don't be married to a player, but let's wait and see what we got. And then as we get closer to this draft, we can then decide if we need to get a Trevor Lawrence. But let's just be honest. If we put Trevor Lawrence on this team right now, is Trevor Lawrence going to be successful? I don't know. Trevor Lawrence is surrounded by monsters in Clemson. Ain't no monsters on this Giants team right now. Who's the monster? The boogeyman got killed. Saquon's on IR. Who's the monster?
Totally agree on that.
That's a good thing, but maybe he won't have how many turnovers, how many fumbles, how many interceptions. Maybe we're looking at a 2-1 team.
So maybe, maybe, and maybe we could get rid of Peyton Manning in his first year. Maybe we can get rid of Eli Manning in his first year. Maybe we can get rid of Troy Aikman in his first year. Maybe we can get rid of. I can name a whole lot of different quarterbacks who were terrible.
That went 1-50. Yeah, I know.
And then turned into monsters. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Daniel Jones. Nobody go on Twitter and go pest the analyst. Daniel Jones is going to turn. I'm not. But what I am saying is this: with the growth of social media and with the growth of all of us being able to get our opinions out there, right? It's very easy to say this player sucks. Let's get away from him. But like. These same people would have said the same thing about Eli. They would have said the same thing about, okay, first of all, Eli is not like a super fantastic, wonderful ass player. Okay. I love Eli. He was my favorite. He's one of my favorite Giants aside from LT. All right. But Eli was not like the GOAT. He wasn't. All right. He was our GOAT, but he wasn't the GOAT. So please don't, because I'm saying Eli Manning, don't think that I'm lumping him in with these other quarterbacks. I'm not. But you know, Peyton Manning, all right, or even Tom Brady, because Tom Brady rookie wasn't able to beat out his competition and be the starter. Okay, he came in because of injury. All right, these same people would be throwing all these players out the window because they sucked when they were rookie. They sucked in their first 16 or 18 or 20 games. Yo, that's how the league works. All right, because the NFL is faster, stronger, it's better. All right, even the average, even the average players in the NFL are better than any of us could ever be on our best day. That's why people laugh when I say, "Yo, we just need to find a team full of average players and then throw some exceptional players in there because the NFL's average is our exceptional." Okay, like our average sucks. So when you hear the word average, you think about our average. Yo, our average is terrible, but the NFL's average is exceptional.
I know.
We have to keep that stuff in mind.
The jury's definitely out on Daniel Jones. The problem is that the scenarios of Troy Aikman and Peyton Manning, they were dynamite in college. Even Brady was still an unbelievable quarterback in college.
He was, yes.
Daniel Jones was mediocre at best.
So the
very true. They all match up.
the unanswerable question is was Daniel Jones bad because of his team, or was Daniel Jones bad because he's bad? Like, if we put Dwayne Haskins on that Duke team, are we talking about Dwayne Haskins being a top 10 quarterback, draft wise?
Probably
I don't
not.
know. I don't know. So, like, that's the unanswerable question. Yo, Duke is a trash football team. Duke football is terrible. It's terrible to watch. You'll never catch me on a Sunday going, the Duke game is on. Let me turn up the volume.
Duke. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not watching no fucking Duke. I'm not watching them. So, like, it's the unanswerable question. Was Daniel Jones bad, or was the fact that his team bad was what made him bad? And we don't know. We do not know. But if Daniel Jones was on Ohio State, would we be talking about him like we talk about Trevor Lawrence? On a team full of monsters? Ohio State team with Dwayne Haskins was a team full of monsters. Yo, hey, seriously, real talk. No hate on Dwayne Haskins, even though I didn't like him coming out of college. How's he doing in the NFL right now? He's okay. He's all right. They was talking about Dwayne Haskins like he was about to come in the league and be a god. He's all right.
Yeah.
Tim, I'm getting ready to DM you my personal phone number so that you can call me on my phone, and then I'll just hold it up to the microphone and you can talk. We can hear, because I want you to be a part of the conversation, Tim. I love your takes.
Tim, you want how can we call in, Tim? Hold on. Let's see how this works.
I was going to say, Marco, yeah, I know you got Tim's phone number.
Yeah.
Call Tim on the phone, right? We'll put a picture. We'll put a picture of Tim somewhere on here, right? And we can just listen to him talk on, because I want to hear what Tim has to say. No, listen. The list of glory and the list of shame is my jam. It's my jam. Oh, and while you're doing this, I want to just go ahead and say this, Marco. I really appreciate you letting me come on here.
Yeah, no.
So, like,
can you hear me now or what?
Yeah, see, that's better. There we go.
Can you hear him?
I can hear him. Hey, let us know if you can hear him, please. So, like,
Tim.
Yeah.
Tim is the
Hold on. What's the number?
I'm calling you on my cell.
Oh, okay.
You want to throw my cell on blast out here like that, Tim?
No.
Because I'll take Marco's phone number right now.
Call into the thing or no?
What happened?
Can I just call into the podcast?
You are. You're talking. Everyone can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, everybody can hear me now. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, screw it. Now,
I think I like the Tim in the Sky sort of feeling, actually.
So, as far as what I was trying to say out there was, you guys got to figure out. I know some people don't agree with Gettleman, and I'm not saying. I've been a Gettleman defender. I understand that, but I'm with him. If he leaves, he leaves. I'm not worried about that. But think about how good this defense would be right now if DeAndre Baker wasn't an asshole, and if McKinney didn't get hurt in preseason.
Right.
That secondary just those two players, which were supposed to be in the lineup. The secondary is 10 times better. And is that Gettleman's fault? You go from there. And Saquon getting hurt, is that Gettleman's fault?
Well, with Baker, did he do the correct homework?
Well, Baker's never had any criminal history. He's never had any criminal history. Now, as far as he's not a good studier and he falls asleep in film and all that stuff, then hey, if he didn't do homework on that, that's supposed to be a great player from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
honestly, he was the top corner on most boards. Granted, he was taken off some boards, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way it is.
Can you hear him still?
I can still hear him. Okay, now I can't.
Tim.
I'll call my phone right into the podcast. The computer I'm using, for whatever reason, the second
a third person goes on.
You getting cut off? All right.
He cuts it off.
All right. All right.
Okay, so then I'll continue with my mini soliloquy of kissing Bleedbigblue ass. So my life is weird, right? I've only been a content creator for about a year now, maybe a little more than a year, and but I've been a big fan of like all of Giants YouTube. So I've watched you guys for quite a while now, and I've always been a big fan of you guys' work. So like when I get a random message, that says, "Hey, come on our show," I'm like, "Well, holy shit!" So I'm blessed to be able to be here with you guys.
No, I just love bullshitting with anyone who wants to talk about the Giants. I'm all for it. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now or what?
We can hear you, Tim. Welcome back.
There we go.
Tim in the sky.
Yeah, I just had to disguise myself.
Yeah.
So the internet wanted to, so it would work.
So where do we go from here, gentlemen? I don't know, because I don't know how much more.
You know what? First of all, I want to get into the draft thing. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. I want to get into the draft thing. It's week 4, guys. Let's not talk about draft.
Yeah, the problem is
that's depressing as hell anyway.
The Giants put us in a position where we have to talk about the damn draft, because we're 0-3 right now, and there's a strong possibility we're hitting 0-4.
I can't talk
It's
about
a
the
possibility.
draft. I can't do it. I can't even do it, man. I want to go. Listen, I want to go win football games. I know that.
It's not what I want to talk about.
I know that it's unlikely that we're going to win football games, man. But I want to win football games. I can't talk about tanking. I can't talk about wanting to lose. I want to win, man. I want to feel good for There is nothing better than the Giants winning a football game and going through your week. The air tastes sweeter. Food tastes better. Sex feels better when the Giants win.
Well, when was the last time they won? They won how many weeks ago?
My food hasn't tasted great in a while.
I was getting ready to say,
food's been shit for so long.
Yeah. The food don't taste as good right now. So like, I want the team to win, and I understand why some people would say, "Nah, screw that. We want to lose. We want to get that high draft pick." But at what cost, man? I listen. Everything in my life is Giants. Okay, I own a gajillion Giants T-shirts and a bunch of jerseys and New York Giants sneakers, New York Giants hats. The logo is on my car, and I have to drive around and people see me and they can go, "Oh, your team sucks." I want to be able to walk around with my stuff on and somebody go, "Hey, man, that was a good win." I want to win. I want to win.
No, I hear you.
And exactly, there's no guarantees. Like, I just wanted for all those people that wanted us to lose Eli, the Eli game. Chase Young's got hurt already. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, his
groin
is pulled,
which is a terrible injury to have when you're when you play. Well, I mean, in football, period. But when you're a defensive lineman having a pulled groin, it's terrible because you think you feel better, and then you move a certain way because playing on the line is all about leverage and having a low hat, which takes a lot of core and groin, and you'll move wrong way. all right back to square one with your groin, man. It's a terrible injury to have.
Right up to high pitched voice and everything.
It's
right?
it's a terrible injury to have, man. Let me tell you, I went through war, like literal war. I went through war with a pulled groin. It was terrible. I'm a veteran, so I went through literal war with a pulled groin. It sucked. It's terrible. so like playing football is man, it's a rough go. You just don't want to see that, man. And if he plays soon, it's going to be amazing. But I have a feeling he's not going to play for a while.
Thomas Ryan, thank you for the stat correction. Our last win was Eli against Miami last year. And he's a smart aleck because he's saying you were talking about the draft last week. I know. What are we going to talk about? What do you want me to talk about? Okay.
Was it Eli's last game in Miami?
I think so.
Because wait a minute. Okay.
Eli back to 500 record win, right? Career-wise.
Okay. Didn't Daniel Jones close out the season though?
I don't think.
Yeah, well, they beat Washington.
Because they beat Washington. I was at that game. I thought the Washington game was the last game we won. I'm pretty sure it was. That was
that's
the overtime win. Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdowns.
Where's my stat boy? Respect all my guts. You're getting a lot of respect. No, it was the Redskins. Here we go in the chat. Boom.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
there was the Redskins. I was at that game. That was a 5-touchdown game from Daniel Jones. Everybody was singing praises to his glory after that game, even though they were mad.
Tommy, you do me dirty with the stats, Tommy. What's going on?
That was a fun game. If you guys want to hear my experience at that game, man, it's on my channel. It's just that game was actually a lot of fun, and the Washington football team, as they're called now, they were actually awesome. We had a great time at that game.
Yeah,
they were awesome. Because both teams sucked. So we were like, yo, somebody's going to win this game, and someone's also going to win this game. Because someone's going to get a victory, and someone's going to get Chase Young.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's right.
Yeah. So everybody was happy. We were like, hey, it's all good. Hey, we beat you, and you guys get to have Chase Young. Congratulations. We both won today.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work out in the end, though. Oh my God. Well. I'm not afraid of Chase Young, especially if he's lined up against Andrew Thomas. I'm not afraid of Chase Young, and I love Andrew Thomas. I love what Andrew Thomas does. There was only very small, minuscule critiques I had about his technique, but I think we're solid at left tackle for a long time. Yeah, I do too. Last week was a rough game for everyone, so
yeah. And you're going to lose reps. Hey, Andrew Thomas is going to get beat. All right? He will get beat throughout his entire career. It happens. You lose reps, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One rep does not make a game. Mm-hmm. So if you get beat on a rep, get your ass up, line up for the next rep. Let's go.
Yeah, you got it. Anyone else want to bring anything up? Anything dying for their minds? If you haven't done so already, subscribe to all the things. Hit Pet's channel up.
Absolutely. You can search for PTA Sports in YouTube. It will pull up my channel. I do actually have a question for you. Sure. You and for Tim. So what is your favorite New York Giants memory that's not a Super Bowl?
That's not a Super Bowl. That's a good question. I probably would say Victor Cruz 99 yards against the Jets.
Oh, that was nice. Yes, that was nice.
I don't know if that's my favorite one, but that's the one that sticks out at the moment.
Yeah, that was the one that popped in my mind is what OC 6 sacks against Dallas, or what? No, Philly. The Philly or Dallas?
OC 6 sacks. Oh, gotta remember that.
I think that might have been Dallas. I think that was Dallas. That's a good one too.
I think
was it Dallas? It might have been Philly.
The best game that I went to was the Giants and Atlanta, that playoff game, I've never heard MetLife Stadium. MetLife Stadium usually like crickets,
Right.
but that one game it was pumping. I couldn't believe it. The place was actually shaking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. For me, it would be the Eli against San Fran NFC Championship game. That's one of my favorite memories, just because of Eli put the team on his back.
Mm-hmm.
He put the team on his back, and he was getting his ass kicked. And he was like, "Nah, we're not losing this game. I'm going to do everything I can." So that's probably one of my favorite recent memories. Was probably that.
No,
And
you
on
know
top
what?
of-
I got a better one
On
for
top
you
of the fact
guys.
I hate San Francisco. I hate them.
I got
hate
a better
San
one for you
Francisco.
guys.
What do you got, Tim?
Eli winning when Dallas opened up their stadium.
Oh, signing
Signing the wall.
Signing the wall.
That was a good one too. I love that. I love that because I hate Dallas as well. I don't hate Dallas so much anymore, but I hated Dallas at the time. And I actually lived in Texas. I watched them build that stadium because I drove past it all the time.
Thomas Ryan 49er game. Eli got the hell beat out of him. That was during the playoff run. That was ridiculous.
Yo, but Eli was a monster in that game. He was a gangster.
Brian Doherty, for me, it's Eli in San Francisco. Everyone's saying the same game, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, listen. Eli was a monster. He was a gangster in that game, man. And that was one of the best performances I've seen from Eli, man. Aside from his first Super Bowl, we sleep on Eli in that first Super Bowl, but he was throwing dots.
Yeah, it was more than just a Super Bowl. The whole run too.
Oh man.
Well, when Eli was in his prime, he was Mr. Fourth quarter comeback.
Yes.
Like if he had the ball with 4 to 2 minutes left in the game, you already knew we were going to go down and score.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It didn't make a difference.
100%. 100%. Yeah, yeah. Okay, here's another one. Who is your favorite New York Giants player of all time? Time.
Tim, go ahead. I know who you're going to say.
I love defense, and I could go with the easy LT, but you know what? As far as when I was growing up, Rodney Hampton was one of my favorites.
I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
No LT, no Eli. I would go Strahan.
Strahan's a good one as well. I love Strahan. Okay, so it's to not take any of those answers, and no Eli, no LT. Those are obvious.
Don't go Mount Rushmore Giants and just
Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah,
I loved watching Brandon Jacobs run. My goodness, when Brandon Jacobs was you knew that you needed to bring a whole ass lunch when you were getting ready to go up against Brandon Jacobs, because he was going to whoop your ass. I loved watching him run.
Like the 4th and 1s were guarantees.
100%.
It was just like, okay. It was like, I'll go ahead.
Give it to Big Brandon. He'll get it. Give it to him. He was a monster. Loved it.
Jesse Armstead shot out. Yeah,
that's a great one. That's good. That's a good call.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him, but not my favorite though.
Well, Armstead played on some garbage teams.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he did. Because I mean, like when you're saying names like Jesse Armstead, you're also talking about like Jason Sehorn and
stuff.
You're talking about some of those '90s guys, and the early '90s Giants were terrible. they were bad, man. I remember.
My boy Rodney Hampton, man. He got killed.
Yeah.
He gets a bad rap, but Chalky's always going to be one of my favorites from Brian.
Big thumbs down for Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah, he was a dick. He was a dick in real life, man.
Yeah, he was 100%. He was a dick in real life. 100% a dick in real life. I was a fan of him.
I was a big Knicks guy. I just wish he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, and here's the thing, because we talk about the '90s Giants a little bit, and I don't know if the fan base is all like younger people, and that's why they're all losing their mind. But like, this ain't the first time that the Giants have had dark days, man. All right, I didn't get to see the '70 Giants when they were terrible. I'm not old enough for that.
Right.
But I can remember the Giants being terrible in the '90s, terrible.
You mean our other good quarterback?
Yeah. Like, listen,
Under Duke quarterback.
terrible. They were so bad, and it seems like people because we've won a couple of Super Bowls recently, semi-recently, right? They either have forgotten about the bad times or they weren't around for the bad times. This is not the first time this team has been bad, and I think that's why some of us can put this into perspective and say, okay, you know what? We've been bad before and we turned it around, so why can't we do it again? Who knows how long it's going to take?
I think when you're watching the Patriots compile multiple teams and attacking and getting Super Bowls in different ways, then you're watching teams like Seattle.
Yeah.
Put it together, getting back there. Now you're watching Kansas City, and you're like, whoa.
Well, what's the consistent there? Tom Brady wasn't consistent in New England. Granted, they got Cam Newton now.
Right.
It wasn't a big drop off, but Seattle's got
dynamite quarterbacks. Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
You got a dynamite quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's how I will segue to Trevor Lawrence, my friends.
Oh God, here we go.
You know what?
Here we go.
I'm with you on the fact that how can you trust Trevor Lawrence when his receivers are like top in the league in the NFL right now.
I'm not going to talk about the draft, but if we're sitting at number one, Daniel Jones played the whole season. They're taking Trevor Lawrence because obviously we're sitting at
we're starting all over again. As simple as that. If we're drafting number one, which I don't think we're going to draft number one. I hope we don't draft number one.
So in this scenario that we're creating, we're saying that Daniel Jones is the reason we're got the first overall pick, because I can see a scenario where we get the first overall pick and it's not necessarily Daniel Jones's fault.
If he plays the same way as in the first 3 games as throughout the season, they're going in a different direction. I would be surprised.
Well,
I'd be shocked if they didn't.
This coaching staff didn't pick Daniel Jones.
Marco can't wait for the draft talk.
This coaching staff didn't pick Daniel Jones. They inherited him. So maybe they're not in on him. And if that's the case, then that's the case. And hopefully we can get some draft capital for him. Because again, I am not right now. The state of this team, I can no longer be married to players. Okay, I can't be.
Well,
I can like
if we
players.
draft number one, I'm not married to anybody. I hope everybody clear house.
I can like players and I can see potential in players and I can say these are players that we need to keep here, but I can't be married to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I try to be honest and objective. I know I'm a Giants fan and we're talking about the Giants, so there is some bias involved with it, but I try to be honest and objective about this team. And this team is not good. And if we're picking number one, unless someone wants to give us a king's ransom, then we've got to pick the best player available. And if that player is, I can't even do it. I can't even think like I can talk. I can't even think like I can have this conversation because I can't have this conversation.
In week
it's ridiculous to talk
3.
About this right now.
Actually, we're in week 4 right now. We're in week.
Ridiculous to talk about this right now. I can't even do it.
Depending how you look on it, we're in week 4. You know?
I'm sorry, Marco. I tried so hard to have that. I can't even do it. I tried so hard.
You know what? I was negative all week so far, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Giants pull it off this week.
All right. Why don't we end on that note? Why don't we end on your predictions for prediction and score for tomorrow for Sunday's game, and we'll end on that note because I'm actually getting a little sleepy-eyed right now.
Hey,
So,
it's all good.
Tim, you're predicting the upset. What's your score?
I'm gonna go with 24-20.
24-20. Oh my God. Okay. I hear you, my friend.
I'm just, you know what? So I'm throwing out the prayer out there. I'm not expecting the win, but let's hope. You know, let's all get together and hope, Giants fans.
24-20. Shit.
All right. Past what you got?
I predict that we will all be wearing black on Sunday because we're about to witness a funeral. Okay, we're going to witness a funeral. It is going to be a burial. Okay, I don't think the Giants have a shot. I don't think they have a shot. I'm sorry to all of you who want to have hope. Right, having hope is nice. This team doesn't have a shot to beat this Rams team. All right, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But I don't like to do like score predictions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that the Rams beat the Giants by multiple possessions. Multiple possessions. All right. That's my prediction.
You know what? I'm just gonna hope that Aaron Donald doesn't absolutely kill Daniel Jones.
Right.
See, I hope you got your black suit ready, Tim.
In my mind, I'm thinking who is going to score more, Aaron Donald himself or the Giants offense. So that's what I'm thinking in my mind. It's going to be a tough task, especially for a center.
Marco, come to the light. Come to the light.
It's going to be a tough task for a center who doesn't put his hand on the ball when he's trying to fake a snap.
Right.
So, man, this is gonna be a tough game. There's gonna be a lot of cursing. There's gonna be heavy drinking.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. 100%.
Marco,
right,
we need to get the poltergeist clip. You know, come to the
Oh man.
All right, Tess, tell people how to follow you. Just every little bit helps.
So you can find me on YouTube at PTA Sports. Okay, YouTube. Just do a search. You can find me on Twitter at Pestilence. It is at PESTALANCE. That is my Twitter handle. Come hit me up on Twitter. I'm super active on Twitter. I will argue with you all day. Unless you're James. I'm not going to give him any more fuel.
I argue with him every day, so it's fine.
I know.
It's behind the scenes. You guys don't see the chats.
Well, here's the deal. I'm willing to argue with him, live on camera, okay? But I'm not going to Twitter finger argue with this guy. All right, I'm not going to do it, okay?
It makes it. Trust me, I know.
I'm not going to do it. But
there's a way that the madness works. It builds on Twitter, and he gets himself so worked up he actually falls asleep and never makes it to the show.
That's what happened. Okay,
that's how it goes.
It's always
I kind of wish he was here, but next time, next time. Tell him I want him specifically on my live stream because we go live on the same day. So, but I will shift things around because I want him to come on my live stream. We can have a conversation.
Sure.
And then individually, I will get the entire cast on my live stream, and that'll be awesome. So yeah, you find me on Twitter. Find me on Twitter, PESTALANCE, Pestilence. It's spelled wrong. You can also find me on YouTube by searching PTA Sports. I do 2 to 3 videos a week, in addition to a live stream every Wednesday. Hey, go Giants, man! We're gonna get better eventually. I just don't know when that's gonna be. But thank you guys very much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. All right, Tim, me and you, my friend.
We're remember when we used to be that good at content?
Oh man. Remember when the Giants were a winning franchise, Tim?
Yeah, I remember days when James was happy.
we should play we should play like retro happy podcast just to see what it felt like.
That's when no one was listening.
Yeah, no one was listening. We were happy. Now we have listeners, and we're miserable.
Yeah, no, James has been abused. He's been abused by the Giants. They hurt. He was so optimistic. Then what was it? The one season. It had to be like 3 seasons ago.
A whole Brandon Marshall. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then they just destroyed him. Destroyed him. Then Captain Negative came out.
Remember, where did he touch you, James? Where does it hurt?
Where did they hear you? Where did they hear you? Point to the doll.
All right, Tim. We got List of Glory. I already put List of Glory and List of Shame. I already put that out.
Yeah. So please, all you guys listening, go check out the video.
Yeah.
Give some comments. I love hearing them.
We did a pretty shitty job of previewing the Rams game, but does anyone really want us to preview that shit? I don't know.
What's the preview? Aaron Donald's going to destroy our offensive line.
Oh my God, it's going to be.
I feel bad. I feel he destroys all offensive lines, but Danny Jones got to be like, oh my God, he's going to hit me so many times this week. I feel bad for Danny Jones this week.
If it's a fumble free day for Danny, I think I'd be happy.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, though: is these are the games that I think we can pull out where no one gives us a shot.
Right.
All we got, the defense steps it up. Hopefully, whoever the hell's playing the number 2 spot, which I think Logan Ryan's starting to take over. Now he's getting in game shape.
Right.
At least that's what it seems like. Because Logan Ryan and Bradbury, that's not a bad 1-2 spot. So maybe Jared Goff has an off game. We pull some turnovers.
Yeah, you never do know. Jared Goff has an off game. Aaron Donald pulls his groin, some craziness. You never know what happens.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe the whole team gets hurt.
Yeah.
Just like San Francisco, and then we lose the backups.
Yeah, there we go. Sounds good. All right, Tim. Thank you once again. I think it's I think it's when you go cam wise, your shit shuts down.
Well, no, I went from a computer to the cell phone.
So it probably works the other way. All right.
Well, yeah, but I think it messes up as soon as the third person comes on. Like, I just got a crap Chromebook, so it did. I'll just go to the cell phone.
Yeah. All right, everyone. If you haven't subscribed, we will see you next week, if not sooner. And that's it. I'm out.
All right, later.